Considering that you have already defined your subject topic combination hierarchy along with objective as well as subjective questions, next key task would be defining the online exam using exam management section as shown in the menu. You can click on exam management section. You will be redirected to this information grid where you can already see already created or already defined online examination patterns for various subtopics as well as topic. So in this grid, you can see various attributes like name of the exam, question paper. You can download the question paper. You can download question paper with answers. You can view exam details over here. You can also edit online exam if needed. There is a new button available using which you can define your online examination pattern using this wizard as shown on the screen. First step is defining the name of the online exam. So here I am defining the name of the online exam as aptitude test 1. Next thing is allow instant score view. So if you would like to show the result of the online exam immediately after exam completion to the respective candidates, then you can set this flag as yes. But if you do not want to showcase the scorecard of the online exam immediately after completion of the online exam process, then you can set that flag as no. So if you are conducting any academic or high stake exam, then it is recommended to set this flag as no. Next thing is allow candidates to review exam. If you would like to showcase question paper along with the answers to the respective candidates after online exam completion, then you can set this flag as yes. But if you do not want to showcase the individual candidates about the results associated with online exam or question paper, then you can set that flag as no. Next key thing is duration of online exam in minutes. Here you can define duration of the online exam, say 30 minutes or 60 minutes or 45 minutes as per your preference. If you would like to enable negative marking for the online exam, then you can set this flag as yes. Then you can enter negative marks in this text box as shown. So in this scenario, 1 mark will be deducted for each wrong attempt by the candidate in the objective exam. So if you do not want to enable negative marking for the online exam, then you can set this field as no. Next key thing is defining the online exam type. Here there are three options: multiple choice exam or subjective or theory exam and both type of combination, where you can define multiple choice questions as well as theory questions. So in case of multiple choice exam, all the questions associated with online exam will be MCQ type, where user need to select one of the choices out of 2 to 5 choices available for the respective questions. In case of subjective or theory exam, candidate need to type the answer in the text area provided, and that can be evaluated by the examiner at later point of time. In case of both type of exam, there will be questions of multiple choice as well as theory type. So for demo purpose, I am selecting option as multiple choice exam. Next thing is timer for each question. So apart from this timer associated with entire exam of 60 minutes, if you would like to keep the timer for each question says 30 minutes, sorry 30 seconds or 60 seconds, then you can define it over here. So in this scenario, candidates will be able to attempt particular question only for 60 seconds. After that timer is elapsed, system will redirect candidate to the next question automatically, even if candidate has not attempted that particular question. If you do not want to enable timer for each question, but if you are preferring duration of entire exam, say 60 minutes, then you can set this field as no. Next key thing is unique enable unique questions for each candidate. So consider a scenario where you have 500 questions in your question bank and there are 50 questions to be considered in the current exam. Then out of those 500 questions, each candidate should receive unique set of questions out of this pool of question bank. Then you can define this flag as yes. But if you do not want to have a unique questions, but if you would like to have same set of questions for each candidate, then you can set this field as no. Next key thing is shuffle questions. If you want to randomize sequence associated with online exam questions for each candidate, then you can set this field as yes. So in this scenario, even if a set of questions are unique or set of questions are same for all the batch of candidates, and even if candidates are sitting next to each other, because of shuffling, they will not be able to copy, or prevention of malpractices can be achieved with the help of shuffle question over here. Next key setting associated with online exam is remote proctoring. Remote proctoring is a technology to authenticate remote candidates who are appearing for the online exam using web camera attached to the system. So using web camera, system can easily do the streaming activity that gets saved within the system, and you can easily verify if online exam is happening in an authenticated environment or not. So if you want to enable proctoring associated with online exam, then you can set this field as yes. So you need to make sure that all the remote candidates who are attempting this online exam with remote proctoring, they should have web camera enabled with their system so that remote proctored exam can be started on their machine or their environment. If you set this field as no, then remote proctoring will be disabled for the online exam. Next additional feature available related to capturing candidate photographs. So if you would like to capture candidate photographs after certain time interval, say 30 seconds, 60 seconds or 45 seconds, then you can set this timer for the photo capture timer interval as shown on the screen. So since photo capture candidate photo is enabled, system will capture the photograph of the candidate who is attempting the online exam, and it becomes very easy for the exam administrator to authenticate if the exam is happening as per the expectation or not. If you do not wish to capture the candidate photograph, then you can set this field as no. Next thing is allow question navigation. So if you would like to enable the question navigation so that candidate can attempt any question in any order, say candidate can navigate to the first question, then fifth question, then 10th question, then you can mark this field as yes. But if you do not want to enable question navigation for the respective candidates, then you can set this field as no. In this scenario, candidates will have to attempt questions in the sequence defined by the system, and navigation will be disabled in this scenario. Next key thing is defining the exam schedule types. So there are three types of schedules available: flexi schedule, fixed schedule, and flexi schedule with fixed exam time. So in case of flexi schedule, let us take a scenario where if you want to have an online examination window to be open for 2 days and your online exam timing is for say 60 minutes, and you want candidates to be appear for the online exam at any given point of time within those 2 days, then you can keep the schedule as flexi schedule by default. But if you would like to have a schedule in such a way that candidates should appear for the online exam on a fixed date at 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. time interval only, then it is recommended to have a fixed schedule so that after that fixed schedule time, your online examination window will be over and candidates may not be able to attempt that respective online exam. Third option is flexi schedule with fixed exam time. So in this case, you can keep the online examination window open for 2 days or 3 days, but you want candidate to be appearing for the online exam only within 60 minutes of fixed time interval. So if candidate is starting online exam at 9:30 a.m. in the morning, then that exam will get automatically finished at 10:30 a.m. on the same date. You can keep that third option in such a scenario. For demo purpose, I am keeping the option as flexi schedule. Next key option is conduct exam in two languages. So if you have defined your question bank in multiple languages, say English as well as in Hindi, and if you would like to showcase questions to the respective candidates in two languages, and candidate can select one of the language option from the set of available languages during online exam attempt, then you can define this flag as yes. So in this case, your online exam screen along with the question bank will be shown in two languages, and candidate can select individual preference while attempting the online exam. But if you would like to conduct online exam only in say single language, then you can set this flag as no. So as soon as you click on next button, you will be redirected to next step of the wizard where you need to select subject along with the topic associated with online exam. So right now I am selecting one of the subject as say information technology. Along with that I am selecting its question type as say multiple choice questions. And I want all the difficulty level questions including basic, easy, moderate, hard, difficult should be part of my online exam. Then I can click on get marks details to get the details associated with that information technology topic. As I can see, there are 30 questions available for the subject information technology, and I need to select 20 questions for my online exam. Then I can click on add section as shown on the screen. Now I need to select another subject from the respective questions. So now I am selecting one of the subjects, say math questions. So I want maths questions should be part of my online exam as well. So as soon as I click on get marks details, I can see there are 10 questions available within the system of 2 marks each. So I want 5 questions should be included in this online exam pattern. So as soon as I click on add selection, I can see there are two subjects have been included in my online exam pattern. There are 20 questions of information technology subject and there are 5 questions from math question. So total exam will be of 30 marks and I can define passing marks of say 15 over here. As soon as I click on generate exam, my online exam will be generated over here and message will be shown on the screen, exam created successfully. I can click on continue button. So as you can see on the screen, exam name aptitude test 1 has been created successfully. I can click on question paper to view its associated question paper. I can also use edit exam to change the online exam pattern if required. There is a button add exam instructions using which I can easily define my examination instructions over here. So I can type those instructions of the online exam over here and I can click on save button in order to save those instructions. So when candidate is attempting the online exam, respective online exam instructions will be shown to the candidate prior to start of online exam. There is an advanced configuration button available for the each online exam using which you can easily set additional advanced configuration section as shown on the screen. There is an update button available using which you can easily save your advanced examination configurations section. So this way you can easily define your online examination pattern and you can easily conduct online exam based on those patterns defined in the system.